Alright everybody, it is Friday once again. It's November the 4th. It's just a few minutes after 5. Got just actually less than 2 hours to hunt. By 7 o'clock it's probably going to be too dark to shoot. Maybe not, because it's pretty bright and there's not any clouds in the sky. It's pretty day out today, and the sun's beaming down pretty good right now. So I might be able to squeeze until 7 o'clock. It'll be pushing it. I am probably going to shoot a doe tonight if I give the opportunity. It's hard to believe we're already 5-6 weeks into the season. You know, I've held off for a while. It's because I kept waiting on a buck, this and that. And there's about 2 weeks I didn't hardly hunt at all, except for like 2 or 3 days within a 2-week period. Just being sick and a few other things. But, you know, time is just really slipping away. And I'm really wanting some deer meat. So if I get an opportunity to anything but a yearling, I'm not sure little one tonight, but if I get the opportunity of, and I've got a bunch of 3 and 4 or 5, probably 1.5 old does in here. I got some mature does too that are pretty much still coming in at night. But if I get an opportunity on one of those does, I am going to take it tonight, I do believe. I started to the other day, and I wish I had. I started to a couple times. It's 70 degrees right now. It's supposed to cool off a little bit this evening. I think tomorrow the highs, but high 60s. And we'll hit public land tomorrow. I've got, in the last 48 hours, I've had 4 different bucks hit a scrape up here. Not one that I made, but I did put some stuff in it. And I actually went and bought some other stuff after work this evening. I'm going to try to put out tomorrow. I see a deer coming already. Can't tell if it's a buck or not. I don't think it's coming up the hill though. It's on the neighbor's property about 70, 80 yards down the hill. Can't tell if it's a buck or a doe, but they are moving already. But I want to make this real quick. Not sure when this video will get out, because this past weekend, the video that I put out, it literally took 48 hours for a 22-minute video to download. Our internet right now is just freaking crap, and it has been for a long time, but it's getting worse. So, I can't tell what that deer is doing. It's down in the brush. I can see it moving around. But anyway, not really sure when this video will hit, but anyway, guys, just stick with me. I'm going to get this camera turned off in case that deer comes up the hill. I'm not sure what it is. No way you can tell, but the rain is here. Just a light little mist. Ain't calling for any heavy rain till later tonight. I had a little spike on my chasing a hot doe around, so that was about an hour and a half ago. So never hurt to have a hot doe, Gary. I'm gonna hang it out, see what happens. Do have breakfast though. Alright guys, it's Saturday, November 5th. It's 5 o'clock. I'm in the stand about 20 minutes earlier than what I was yesterday, I think 15-20 minutes earlier. I'm in the same spot I was last night. Had a heck of a night. Had a great show here with a couple bucks. Had a hot doe on the feeder. Had a couple bucks here. I thought sure they was going to fight. And one kept, the 5-point kept trying to circle around and get up there. And the other man, he was just doing a fit, not having it all bottled up and stuff. So I tried to get as much of it as I could on film. A couple times I forgot to hit record, and a couple times it was usually getting too dark to film. A couple of times I did try to film, so I haven't looked at footage yet. I don't know what I got. Ended up seeing a total of 5 different bucks yesterday in a little over an hour's time. And yeah, it's just that time of year. Hit public land this morning. I'd stayed in the tree till 11 o'clock and worked my way out, still hunting my way out, and never seen anything. Ran across some rabbit hunters. They hadn't seen anything. And the only thing I saw this morning, right at first light, it was just getting light enough. I thought it was a doe coming in, but it ended up being a small buck. It was coming right at me. I ended up spotting a doe off to my right. I didn't have any idea it was there. I don't know if she was bedded in her or what. And he went running over to her and jumped her up. And I saw him chasing just for a second. I tried to get some footage of it, but they was too far gone by the time I got my camera on. But hunted till 11 o'clock, and that's all I seen. Got home about 12:30 or so. Got me a bite to eat. It took me a pretty good nap. I had about a 2-hour nap, and we had had a pretty good rain come through about an hour ago. It's been gone for about 45 minutes now, so looks like it's moved out for the rest of the night. So did get the ground good and wet, so I was able to get in here pretty quietly. My head's still a little stopped up from this head cold, so I can't hear that well. So as wet as the ground is, these bucks are probably going to be able to get in here on top of me before I can realize it. But tell you what, I'd love to see a 5-point come back in tonight. I'd definitely let you get a shot at him. Really respectable buck. I've made up my mind. I've been trying to hold out for some of the bigger bucks I had on camera. It's been 3 weeks since I've seen any of them on the hoof, and I haven't got pictures of any of them up here. So knowing that 5-point come in last night, I didn't have any pictures of him and never seen him before. So it's the time of year these bucks are just traveling wherever. So I'd say it's a good chance when I've been up here hunting, it's probably done one somewhere else right now, possibly been shot. So I think he's holding off on that. So gotta get some meat in the freezer, get some East Townsville. Well guys, I'm here to eat donuts and shoot some deer. Yeah, I'm all out of donuts. one of the year. It's a doe, I don't care. Oh my gosh, I'm been tired. I'm waiting on these deer. She come in, she was by herself. Made sure she was by herself. Oh my gosh, she's dead. She ran like 40 yards over the hill. She's dead down there. I seen her just fall. I wouldn't put the camera on her, but it's so thick right there you can't see her. But I just seen her fall over. I'm still gonna give her a few minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm shook up. I get excited about this stuff, guys. Oh, look at there. Oh, there it is. What is that, boys and girls? Oh, that's a light and knock. I'm gonna turn this off. Down, baby. Go down. Oh, we get this thing. Oh, baby. Get the first one of the year. It's a doe. I don't care. Oh my gosh, I've been tired. I'm waiting on these deer. She come in. She was by herself. Made sure she was by herself. Oh my gosh, she's dead. She ran like 40 yards over the hill. She's dead down there. I seen her just fall. I wouldn't put the camera on her, but it's so thick right there you can't see her. But I see her fall over. I'm still gonna give her a few minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm shook up. I get excited about this stuff, guys. Oh, look at there. Wait. Oh, there it is. What is that, boys and girls? That's a light and knock. I'm gonna turn this off. You'll look at her. Alright guys, I found her. She didn't go probably 50 yards downhill. Oh yeah, right there. I'll tell you where I was aiming. That's the entrance hole. Turn around here. Oh, she's pretty good size doe. Right there's the exit hole. Right up there, about 50 yards. Pretty good sized doe. She's by herself. Alright guys, I'm gonna get her out here. I'm gonna drag her up the road and drag her up on the other side, get her out. I don't want to get her out down here. I don't know, I might get her out right here in this brush. Cody's or something, I'll find it. So, anyway, it's still raining. Good time to get her home. Guys, appreciate y'all watching. I'll try to do a little video if I can, but man, I'm excited. The first one of the year, November 5th. I'm tickled. It's a doe. I don't care if the rut's on, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I've held off long enough this year. Oh my God, it's gonna be some awesome meat. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll do it again here in a little bit. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday. It's November the 7th, and it's 4:15 in the afternoon, and it's about 75 degrees. Crazy as that sounds. You can probably see the sun beaming me in the face right here. I'm looking kind of toward the sun. It's the bad part about this tree on a sunny day. It's even crazier than that, though. Here in about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, it's going to be too dark for me to shoot. It's absolutely crazy. 5:30, I hate that freaking time change. I may get a few more extra minutes up here tonight because I am pretty high up on a ridge, and it's very clear. There's last night it was pretty overcast. We had rain in the area, and it was dark by 5:30, but I'm about 50 yards off a real big field edge over here, and all the trees around me have lost their leaves several weeks ago, so there's no foliage around me. So I may get a few extra minutes in, but it's still probably around 5:30 or so. It's gonna be done. Did get a doe Saturday evening down on the other end of the property. If you're watching this video, that video should have been up I just loaded a new video yesterday. I finished loading this morning, so that video I'll probably save till next weekend. So this video will probably be a couple weeks from today, actually. Tomorrow is my anniversary. I'm off work tomorrow. I do plan on coming up here hunting this same tree in the morning. It'll be my first morning hunt up here. And just the way our regulations fall, since I took a doe with my first bow tag, I got 2 bow tags left. One of my second ones has to be another doe. I'm not going to shoot one tonight. Tomorrow, it depends on what I'm seeing. I might go ahead and just fill that other doe tag so I can concentrate on the buck. I'm hoping a decent buck shows up tomorrow. If it does, I'm slinging there. I've got a really, really nice 8-point up here that's shown up maybe like once or twice a week, but he's still nocturnal as can be right in the middle of the night. And so, I don't know, I'd love to see him either tonight or in the morning, but my plan is tomorrow to hunt till about at least 11, because I've been getting a lot of midday camp pictures of deer, bucks cruising right now. So 11, 12 o'clock, my house is straight over the hill, so me and my wife are going to spend tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening together, but try to get at least about a noontime hunt in, but hopefully I'll get something in. Won't have to be here very long. So anyway, guys, I'm going to turn this camera off. No sure, probably won't be. I'll be honest, I'll be surprised if I see anything this evening, but I do plan on being in the same tree in the morning, so we'll see you guys then if I don't see anything else tonight. Hey guys, today is Tuesday, November 8th. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm out of work. I'm up here in the woods, and I'm not dressed for hunting because I shot a really nice buck last night. And when I first shot him, I thought the shot was terrible. And I went and tracked him, and I'll show you here in a little bit. And if you notice, I'm in front of the camera. My wife has decided to come up here. She hates the cold, and it's pretty chilly this morning, so it's another reason I left him there overnight. I wasn't sure about the shot, but I tracked him. I seen him run from up where I was at, and he was running down this hill. And I waited about 10 minutes, got out of the tree, and I walked over a little bit, and they still had an air in them, so I had my binoculars. I was scanning the hillside, and it was getting dark real quick, and I was trying to see if I could find my lighted knock, see if it was still in him. Well, I couldn't find it, so I seen where he kicked some dirt up. I got my headlamp out, and there was like 2 little drops of blood, and that's all I could find right there. And I walked about 10 feet, and my arrow was laying on the ground behind a big tree that I couldn't see. I went over and got it. I didn't bring it with me today, but the back part of it was just covered in blood. So I went home, put the chip on the laptop, looked at it, and my wife looked at it pretty good. I was about 24 feet up in the tree, and I did hit him a little high, but the angle come down, it come out low. So I'm pretty sure I got at least 1 lung on the backside, and it looked like maybe some liver. Really, really dark blood on there, and it did have a few little bubbles in it.
It's a better shot than you thought.
Yeah, it's a little better than I thought it was, but it's still not as good as I wanted, so I ain't saying for sure this could be my biggest buck ever, I don't know. But anyway, we're back up here now. I'm going to take a peek over the hill here, because I could have swore I heard him over the ground trying to breathe and gargling last night when I was on the hillside. It sounded like he was right over here. So I snuck out, got on the four-wheeler, put it in neutral. I didn't even turn it on. I coasted halfway up his hill frame and turned it on. Didn't want to spook him. So let me get the camera, I'll show you. I shot him I was up there on top of the hill, and he come out the back side, and I shot him up there, and he come running down, right down through this way right here, and right there is where I found the arrow at. The first drop of blood I found was right up there, and then the arrow was laying just right in there. I took my little headlamp and tried to scan this hillside over here yesterday evening, or last night. It was dark, but I couldn't hardly see. So I am going to get back up here, see if I can find blood, see if I can pick up a trail. I got my binoculars, and I'm going to scan this hillside today, looking for him. So I'm going to turn the camera off right now. About right right here was the last place I could see him from the tree I was in. When he come past them logs right here, right in this general area, is the last place I seen him. And my arrow was laying just on the other side right there, them logs right there. So I'm gonna try to pick up the trail. Hopefully the arrow come out and he was gushing pretty good. So might be a long day, but I hope not. So we'll turn the camera back on if we find some action. Guys, not the story I wanted to bring on this video, and I could just leave all this stuff out altogether, but I'm not going to. Shot a really nice deer last night, about 15 minutes before dark. And he's one I've had on camera for a while, and everything I've seen of him, that was nighttime, but that just means he didn't walk in front of my camera. It don't mean he ain't been in here. I haven't hunted this spot a lot this year, but got buck fever, basically, and put the pin on him and blacked out and pulled the trigger. I don't even pull the trigger if I do that well. These big deer, at least big to me. And went in high, come out low. I was up there, shot him right here at 20 yards. He run 60 or 70 yards. Last time I seen him, he was going over the hill. Still right there with him, lighted knock, and I was hoping it'd stay in him. But it got dark. I walked over here, scanned the hillside over there with my binoculars, hoping I could see my lighted knock. I didn't see anything. Got to looking on the ground, see where he kicked up leaves going over the hill, so I got my headlamp out, found a few little drops of blood. Walked probably about 10 yards. I see my arrow laying down on the trail he took. So I walked down there and get it, and back half of it was just covered in blood. But I couldn't find any blood right there where it was at. So I backed out. Four-wheeler was probably 150 yards away or so. I actually got on it and put it in neutral. I didn't even start it up. I drifted it halfway off the hill, or as far as I could before I even started it up, in case he was laying over there dying. I didn't want to spook him. So it started to come back last night, but I wasn't sure about the hit. Looked at it on the computer. It looked like it just went in below the spine on this side. It looked like I might have got liver, or maybe even lung at the angle. I was up about 24 foot, and he was about 20 yards away. But if I'd have took just 1 second, and aimed probably 2 or 3 inches lower, I'd probably got a double lung, which probably would have made a big difference. But this morning, and about my bloodhound up here with me, my wife, by the way, today is our 25th year anniversary. So she's helped me on numerous track jobs, helped me with our kids. She likes doing it. Went down about 10 yards below the arrow where I found the arrow last night. The only blood we found was like 4 little drops, wasn't it? About 4 little drops. And a little piece of meat, about the size of my pinky fingernail. A little chunk of meat laying on the log there. And that was about 10 yards below the arrow. I thought he would be pumping pretty good out this side, because he wouldn't even jump in the room. But I could see his tracks when we ran on the side of the hill in the thicket, and we found other tracks, and we followed him. We went on that other side of the hill. I was all over that hill. We've been down the holler. I've been over here where he come out, made a big, huge circle in case he circled back around. We can't find the first drop of blood. From where I could tell, his tracks was heading over into the hill, next hillside over. And a lot of trees been logged over several years ago, and there's briar thicket about head high. I worked my way around all around the edge of it, didn't find anything, went through got in the middle of it. There's just deer trails going everywhere. Found 3 beds. I found actually one around the side of the hill on the trail, where about the same place I locked his tracks where he was kicking up. I think he bedded down there. It's a pretty good sized bed, had absolutely no hair, no blood, no nothing in it. I found another bed inside the thicket, same way. Now, I found a small one on the back side. I don't think it was his. It was a pretty small bed. But none of them had blood, hair, or anything in it. We have been all over this place for the last couple hours, so not the way I want it to end. And I know comments, it happens it happens to everybody. I know that, but it don't make me feel any better. I feel bad just because myself rushing the shot the way I did. You know, apparently it's clogged up. I'm hoping like heck. I'm hoping and praying that he heals, or somebody else can get him. I don't want the Cody's to get him. I don't care if I don't see him again. I just hope he makes it, or somebody else gets him before he gets too sick and dies. So. Anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on my camera up here. Hopefully, if he does show back up, I'm trying to hunt up here the next couple of days, too, see if he shows back up again. They are tough animals, so that's my hope anyway. So, like I said, we tried. We cannot. I'm just blown away that there's no blood at all. Not the first drop. Like
Very little.
About 10 yards past where the arrow come out. And there really ain't much blood from here to there. Of course, I know the arrow was plugging up the hole. But, yeah, it was low on this side where it come out at. So, I'm thinking that might have been a little piece of liver or something, but apparently the hole was blocked up pretty good, so who knows? Stay tuned, there may be more to this story, but I hope it turns out better than what it is right now. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and post everything I got, and it happens, so, you know, I hate it. Don't make me feel any better, so anyway. Guys, right here's the arrow. You can see it's just been laying on the table all night. It's dried up pretty good now, but it's pretty red up to that point. And right here, you can't really tell much, but it's got a little bit of hair and a little bit of meat on the end of it there. But that is it. And like I said, about 10 yards later, we found very, very little blood. After that, it was nothing.